Hi, Jordan.
Hi, Caroline.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm excited for this week.
Yeah, episode 3. Got the first snow of the season going on outside.
Yep.
Got candles lit in here. We're all cozy. Yeah.
I'm excited.
Perfect time for a ghost story.
Absolutely. So, being theater people, both of the stories that I brought today are from theaters.
Absolutely incredible.
I know. It was so exciting. Honestly, when I found out we were doing this state, it's one of my favorite ghost stories from this state. Because I have had the chance to live in this state.
You have.
So, for those of you who don't know, which
is everybody.
Is everybody. This episode, we are starting with the state of Utah.
Yeah. Finally out of Kentucky.
Finally out of Kentucky.
And all the way on the other side of the country to Utah.
Literally. For those of you who don't know, it is 26 hours from Kentucky to where we were living in Utah.
Driving or flying?
Driving.
Okay.
So.
I was like, there's no way flying.
No. It was like a 4.5 hour flight.
Oh, okay.
Truly, depending on where I was flying from. However, this story is not from my town. This story comes from Salt Lake City.
Okay.
So, pretty big city.
Biggest in Utah, right?
Actually,
not a lot going on in Utah.
Yeah. So, it is the biggest city in Utah. And this is a pretty famous theater in Utah. This story is The Night the Curtain Fell on the Capitol Theater.
Okay.
Which the first time I read it, chills.
Uh-huh.
I was like, this is the one. So
the building is the Capitol Theater.
The building is the Capitol Theater.
Okay.
Which still stands today.
Okay.
In its renovated state. And you'll understand what I mean by that in a minute.
I have a feeling, knowing history of many old theaters, that there was a fire.
There was, in fact, a fire.
Okay.
There was, in fact, a fire. But actually, this story does not technically center around the fire.
Oh, okay.
It centers around an usher.
Oh, no.
So.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm sad.
Incredible. So, first little bit, I'll give you some backstory. Mm-hmm. So, on the afternoon of July 4th, 1949, a fire broke out in the Capitol Theater.
Okay.
It is believed that the fire started in the basement.
Oh, okay. So not a stage light.
Not a stage light.
Okay.
I know. It was
Unusual.
Shocking.
Yeah, it's always a stage light that catches fire and burns the building down.
Literally. And most often it is the ghost light that catches fire.
No, I wouldn't say most often.
I would say it's pretty often.
No, like the massive stage lights above the stage.
No, I agree. But I know of 4 separate theater fires that started from the ghost light.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Never mind.
No, it's
I
kind of a
retract
wild
my earlier
experience.
statement.
So, this story centers around an usher. His name was Richard L. Duffin.
Love that for him.
And at the time, from the best guesstimate, it is believed that he was 17 years old.
Okay.
So, kind of a child.
Yeah.
Legally a child.
Probably like his first job.
It was, in fact, his first job.
Summer job. July 4th.
July 4th, yeah. I'm going to
Now,
call him... Oh.
Was this a vaudeville theater or was it like a full performing...
So, full performance space. And actually, the night that the fire happened, and you're going to love this, it was a Rita Hayworth double feature.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was like, that is the Jordan fact there. It's also important to note that there were 600 patrons in the theater.
Okay.
It's estimated to be that with cast, crew, and patrons, there were around 620-ish, 625, like total people in the building.
Yeah.
So one of those was Duffin.
We cannot forget the crew.
Yes, never. Support your local techie.
Thank you for saying it, because I feel like everybody's always like, there were this many people in the audience, and then nobody cares anything about tickets or concessions or ushers or crew or management. Okay.
No, absolutely. Support your local techie.
Lots of people in the building.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. It takes a lot of people to make art happen, folks.
It does.
Say thank you to a stage manager every now and then. So, Duffin was obviously one of these people. Mm-hmm. It's also important to know, and this is, I think, the saddest fact, that he had only started working at the Capitol Theater 3 weeks before this incident.
Oh, so it was definitely a summer job.
It was a summer job, and he was brand new.
Tell me that Duffin dies?
Maybe.
Oh, God. Okay.
In all of the research I could find, he was also in love with this job.
Oh.
He was said to have loved the theater, like the physical building, and like the art.
Was he local? Like a local kid?
Yes.
Yeah.
And he loved working there. And he was described as having a bright smile and a helpful attitude. Like, it was so cute.
Break my heart. Let's go.
I'm about to. Oh, I'm so sorry. He was also a member of the ROTC and the aviation club at his local high school.
Oh, a little military nerd, a little post World War II nerd.
We love him. He had also just recently graduated from his high school.
Okay, early graduate. Okay.
Yeah. So smoke was first detected by the assistant manager, whose name was Charles Whitney. And instead of going down to the basement himself, he sent 2 ushers with fire extinguishers.
Okay, so not a bad idea.
It's not a bad idea. However, there was some mixed reviews on Charles Whitney. Apparently, some accounts say that that would have been his job, that he should have gone downstairs. Some other accounts say that the moment that there was a suspicion of a fire, he should have started evacuating patrons. So,
yeah.
like, so there are some mixed feelings there.
Yeah. And he was the house manager?
He was the assistant manager. It doesn't say house, it just says assistant manager.
Well, if he's in the lobby,
like,
and
of the ushers, I would
ushers,
assume the house manager, the house assistant manager.
Yeah, I was going to say, I could understand why he wouldn't want to go down himself. If he's the one in charge, he still has to stay up there. But, like, no, you're right. It was the 40s, and they absolutely probably should have just evacuated.
Started, yeah.
Yeah.
And theoretically, as the assistant, there would have been someone else.
Oh, yeah, no, the boss.
Like,
yeah.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
so technically, he should have both sides of the coin.
Yeah.
Either he should have gone downstairs, or they should have just started evacuating people. So, instead of evacuating people, he sent down Duffin, 17, and Herbert Schoenhard. What a name.
I love these names.
I know. I was like, that's incredible. Herbert was 19 at the time.
Okay.
So 2 younger individuals, one of which an actual legal child, after sending the 2 ushers downstairs, Duffin and Schoenhard, I don't know why that name was so hard for me just now, Whitney did start evacuating the patrons.
Oh, okay.
Not any of the staff, just the patrons.
Well, did he stop the show?
Yes. So, like, Rita got out.
Okay, well, then they would have known. Like, if the show had stopped, then everybody knows.
I know, but there was a specific account that said that he told the crew and the staff to stay inside the building to prepare for people coming back after they confirmed that it was not a fire.
Okay.
And
I understand.
the fire curtain was not pulled.
Oh.
That's a big important piece to this.
Okay, well, so...
Which, hang on, I'm going to give clarity to the audience. So in most theaters, there is a thing called a fire curtain. And what that does...
Legally, they should be in every theater.
They should be in every theater.
If your theater is up to code, it has a fire curtain.
And if it is not, call your local fire marshal. So a fire curtain, obviously in the case of a fire, is dropped. And then if the fire is anywhere in the audience, it theoretically stops it from getting stage and then further back to provide like evacuation routes.
Yes.
And it works in the opposite direction as well.
It is an old school technology where like the original ones were made of asbestos. And this is like old school, like centuries old. Yeah. And it is a curtain that is behind, it's usually hidden, but it is behind like the main drape, which is your big curtain at the front of the stage. When people say the curtain drops, like it's that big main curtain. And so it is a secret curtain behind that where if a fire were to break out on stage, like they typically do from the stage lights, then that would drop and it would stop the fire from spreading into the audience.
Yes.
Now, having said that, I do know that especially the old fire curtains, like nowadays they make them where they are retractable. Old school fire curtains, once it drops, it is a whole production to get it back up because it's not like a regular curtain that you just bring in. You cut a rope and it fully falls. Like, you can't just raise the curtain once they were to say, hey, guess what? There's not actually a fire downstairs.
Correct.
So I can understand that he would wait for these kids to come back up and say...
There is a fire.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. So we didn't get to that point.
Oh, God. Okay.
Not right after. So It does say that all 600 patrons calmly evacuated the building.
Well, that's good.
Which is great. So
Yeah.
there weren't any reports of like a stampeding or anybody like hurt in the evacuation, which was really nice.
Yeah.
However, it is noted that there were 3 large explosions that physically rocked the building. And windows on the right and left, so the buildings directly to the right and left, all of their windows shattered. And there was glass raining down on people on the sidewalk.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so the explosions happened after all the patrons got out.
After all the patrons got out.
Okay, well that's good, but oh my god, what is blowing up?
At that point, that is when the staff started to evacuate the building.
Good.
So,
have the fire department been called?
I have no idea.
Okay.
There is literally in none of the history that I found.
We're just gonna hope so.
Yeah, no, I have no idea.
When windows blew up, surely a neighbor called
surely someone.
The fire department.
Yes. So, you may be asking me, Caroline, what blew up?
I did. I literally did say, what do they have that is blowing up?
So, the theater's basement at the time was leased as storage space to the 2 adjacent buildings.
Oh, God. Okay, what was in there?
The building on the left was the Tanner Company stored jewelry manufacturing. Okay. So, the Tanner Company was a jewelry manufacturer. They had equipment, and then the building on the right
You're going to tell me it's like just vats of glue to like set stones.
No. And on the right was the Physicians Supply Company. They stored surgical equipment and supplies. So it is...
There's like medicines and stuff that are flammable.
Correct.
Was it medicines?
It was not.
Okay.
It is believed, there is no confirmation, that oxygen tanks that were used in the jewelry manufacturing are what
Not
exploded.
Even in the medical part.
No.
Oxygen for the
manufacturing. Yeah.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yes.
That'll do it.
Now, when those 3 explosions happened, they ruptured a gas line and a water main. So it said that there was an additional explosion. And then obviously, like, water was just everywhere because the water main blew.
That's good. So the gas, horrible. Water main, good, though.
Yeah, it was kind of okay.
Well, fuck. But if the water main blowing up in the basement doesn't take out the fire, then that means that when the fire department shows up, they don't have water pressure. Oh, my God. Okay. Okay, keep going.
So at this time, Duffin was trapped in the basement by a wall of flames.
What about the other kid, the 19-year-old?
Schoenhardt.
Yeah.
Actually, Schoenhardt is the hero of this story.
Okay. So
because
he lives?
Schoenhardt lived.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Herbert lived, as Herberts often do. He attempted several times, and this is from his personal account.
Oh, okay.
He attempted several times to retrieve his co-usher, but was overcome by the smoke and was rescued and resuscitated by the firemen. Oh. So the fire department did show up.
Okay.
We have no idea when they were called, when they were dispatched. No idea. But
well, incredible that this kid survived, not just surviving these explosions, remained conscious and
tried to fight.
Yeah.
Like for his, I'm assuming his friend.
Bless his heart.
I know.
The new kid.
Yeah.
Oh.
So Duffin was pronounced dead soon after he was removed from the basement. Technically, his cause of death was smoke inhalation.
Okay.
So it's at least nice that he didn't burn to death.
Mm-hmm.
So technically, the construction of the theater is what prevented the flames from making its way up.
Well, that's good.
The flames were mostly confined to the basement, mostly because the theater itself that was built in 1912 included things like firewalls, concrete, and steel.
Good. Okay.
Those are only in the basement level.
Okay. So it's obviously a tragedy.
Correct.
And things went wrong that should not have gone wrong.
Correct.
But things also went right, and they got very lucky that the fire was in the basement.
Yes. And that it only claimed 1 life.
Yeah.
So Duffin is the only person that died in this incident.
Okay. That's very fortunate. Okay.
Correct.
Wow.
I mentioned earlier the Capitol Theater is still standing. Not in its original form. So the building before the Capitol Theater was built was the Grand Opera House.
Okay.
So also artistic venue. It was destroyed by a fire on July 4th of 1890.
Shut up.
But no one died in that fire.
This is insane.
Oh, yeah.
2 July 4th fires of the theater in the same spot, and knowing how theater fires go historically,
Yeah.
to only have one casualty between 2 fires,
Yeah.
one of which burned down the whole building.
The entire building.
What's starting these fires? There's a ghost starting these fires.
Absolutely
on July 4th,
there is.
Isn't there?
Absolutely there is. Not the one I'm talking about, though.
Oh my God.
I can't find any. So I looked into, off on a little side tangent, I looked into the Grand Opera House fire and I couldn't find, there were a couple paranormal like happenings, but nothing that suggested that the ghost did start the fire.
Okay.
But I
still
feel like,
choose to believe.
yeah, no, that's the headcanon for me, for sure.
If not the first one, definitely the
Definitely
second one.
Yes. So that's just the backstory on Richard Duffin.
Okay.
Now let's talk about how he exists today.
Yes.
Because I told you the Capitol Theater is still standing to this day. And there have been several reports of Richard Duffin, who affectionately had earned the nickname George. I don't know why.
I bet that was people who worked there knew that there was a ghost, but didn't know that a kid had died there. So they were just like, oh yeah, we know there's a ghost. We'll call him George.
Probably.
You know?
Because there's no actual, there was nothing that I could find that was like, he went by George, or people called him George, nothing like that.
Yeah.
So, most commonly it comes from some of the security guards for the theater. There is now full-time security staff at the theater. So like 24 hours. Several security guards have reported that after they secure an area and turn the lights off when they're like clearing the building, if they go to make their rounds, that doors will be unlocked, lights will be on, things like that.
That's gotta be annoying as hell.
Oh, yeah, I'd be so pissed. Like if I was like, I locked this door. Like,
George,
you know what I mean?
stop undoing all my work.
Literally.
That, or it's a security guard who's not doing his job and is like, no,
like,
I
"No, that's
swear.
George." Yeah.
I totally came through. I checked. I locked the doors.
Yeah.
Swear to God.
Apparently-
It must have been a ghost.
Apparently, this is on surveillance footage.
Oh, hell yes.
Like,
can we find some?
I could not, but I will continue to search for it.
Oh, I hope we find some.
They've also reported hearing voices, including someone calling out, "Ticket, please."
Oh.
Which absolutely
got
breaks my
goosebumps.
heart.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So, but can you imagine how scary that would be if you're standing in an empty lobby at like 9 p.m.
Oh God.
and you're the security guard and you just hear somebody go, "Ticket, please."
But like a squeaky teenager voice.
Literally. But it would be so
That's
scary.
sad though. It's
It
gotta be
is.
like that has to be a residual haunting. Like
Yeah.
just reliving that moment of.
Yeah. I wonder if that was the night.
I don't know.
Because he was the usher for the Rita Hayward show. So voices, footsteps, slamming doors, the whole 9 yards. He was picked up on an infrared, and I have to read this because this was absolutely mind-boggling to me.
Okay.
One night, an infrared surveillance monitor picked up activity in one of the seats.
Okay.
So in the middle of the audience, somebody was sitting there. So like it picked up a body. Then the security guard is like actively watching it on the security screen.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden it streaks across the theater.
Oh.
Like absolutely takes off like a bolt of lightning.
Oh. Okay.
There have also been reports that the elevator has a mind of its own. Sometimes it will show up on floors that it wasn't supposed to be on. Every so often the elevator will just come up to a floor and it like not having been called.
That's spooky. Like if you're on a floor and all of a sudden the elevator doors just open. Do we know if this is a modern elevator or like an original one of those like cage ones?
From my understanding, it was in the original building.
That
So
is
it would be
so cool.
an original lift. This is the part that freaked me the fuck out.
All right, hit me.
The elevator will sometimes take patrons to the basement without any buttons being pressed. And if the patrons tried to press the buttons, they would just go off.
Oh, is it? Nope. We're going to the basement.
We're going to the basement. And most of the time, people just don't get off. Doors open, shut.
Yeah, good idea.
They will open several times, almost as if trying to lure patrons into the basement.
Duffin, what are you doing?
Literally, George, quit it. From my understanding, there are tours of this building that are available. Patrons who do venture into the basement are often reported smelling smoke and possessing an overwhelming feeling of anger.
Oh, I don't like that.
I don't either. which makes me think that George is not as sweet as we think he is.
No.
This theater was specifically featured on an episode of Paranormal Witness. There's a guy named Dave Murphy who is a security guard, and he actually told Sci-Fi, like the Sci-Fi channel Sci-Fi, that he specifically himself had an incident where he was walking and someone very clearly said his name. Mm-hmm. And when he turned around, no one was there. Oh. Then he smelled smoke.
Ooh.
And went to the basement.
Okay, so he smelled smoke upstairs.
Yes.
Okay.
Went to the basement because apparently that was where, you know, sometimes you can follow a smell, you know?
Yeah.
Followed the smell, and there was no fire in the basement. Mm-hmm. He said that it was like walking up to a campfire almost. Oh. Like that very, very strong smoke smell.
Like unmistakable.
Yes. When he got to the basement. So in 1999, the theater's stage manager, Doug Morgan, he had several experiences with George.
Okay.
He even specifically said, I feel his presence every once in a while.
Oh.
Yeah.
Me and George, we go way back.
We go way back. He's said to be particularly active during performances of the Nutcracker. And there was an incident on the opening night of the Nutcracker where stage lights would not turn on over stage.
All right. Listen, I've talked about Vincent the Ghost.
Yes.
At my college theater who hated musicals. I am no longer a fan of George.
Literally.
I would be pissed.
He said, and I cackled reading this, so I can only imagine you're going to have a very similar reaction. He said, and I quote, I walked down on stage and looked up and let out a bellow. George, knock it off or I'm going to have you exorcised.
Did it work?
And then he said, my stage lights came right on.
He said, yes, sir.
Yes, sir. So that is the story of Richard Duffin and the night the curtain fell on the Capitol Theater.
But not the fire curtain.
But not the fire curtain. Because God forbid somebody pull the fire curtain.
So they didn't even pull it when the explosions went off?
No. Everybody was out of the building at that point.
I thought
I mean, the crew was in there, but
yeah.
No, at that point there were only like 23, 24 people, so they were...
Well, you're supposed to...
I'm aware.
Pull it to to block the airflow and save the rest of the building.
Oh, I'm fully aware. They were not concerned.
I mean, I guess if 3 explosions went off, I would be booking it.
I would also, I would probably not be like... Honestly, if 3 explosions went off, I'm thinking the building's fucked anyway.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Like...
Yep, so, I'm out. Either way.
Actually, gotta go.
Yeah, okay.
My mom called.
I don't blame any of them. Never mind.
So, how do you feel?
That was great. I'm still reeling over the sheer coincidence of 2 fires happening in separate buildings on the same property on July 4th.
Yes, and only 1 person dying.
That's insane.
Right?
Sorry, Duffin, but good for everybody else.
Literally. But I can also understand, like, why he's angry.
Yeah.
I mean, like...
2 fires and I'm the only one. My manager sent me down here.
Right, I was going to say, imagine as a 17-year-old being sent to do something that is wildly above your pay grade.
Yeah.
Like...
So I guess they never figured out what actually started the fire?
So technically, they don't have a concrete reasoning. It is believed that the oxygen tanks caused the explosion.
Yeah.
But no, there's no reason. Like there's no understanding of why the fire started. No.
Spooky.
Spooky.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
That was great.
I love a good theater ghost story.
Yes. Truly, every theater is haunted.
Absolutely.
Okay, well, I have what is officially our first submitted story.
Exciting! Mm-hmm. We're growing and it's really scary.
So this is not our, I guess I shouldn't say it's not like an organic submission. I'm going to save that title for the first one that comes from somebody we don't know.
Yeah.
Speaking of, guys, send us in stories.
Please.
But this comes from our friend Brandon, who grew up in Utah.
Correct. When I lived in Utah, I only lived about 30 minutes from Brandon's hometown.
Wild. The coincidences are insane. What are the odds? Okay, so I have not read his story yet. I read the first couple sentences, but we're going to discover it together.
Yeah. Spooky.
So he has titled it Grafton, Utah Ghost Story. And I'm just going to go for it. I'm just going to read
I'm ready.
I'm gonna read what he wrote.
I'm sat.
Okay. Growing up in southern Utah as not a Mormon, there's not much to do other than hiking and seeing some old ghost towns. That's all I need.
Right?
I had been to the Grafton ghost town all my life. Of course, I only really knew it as the location where they filmed Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. It isn't a movie set, but just an abandoned Mormon pioneer town. There are quite a few of those out there.
Yeah.
That they just happened to film some old westerns. It wasn't until much later that I found out why it was abandoned, which was the fact that it kept flooding and killing a bunch of people.
Wait, so like, so not one flood that wiped out the town, multiple floods.
Multiple floods.
Got it.
The town was built on a floodplain, apparently.
Of course, yeah. I can imagine their flood insurance.
No, not back then. Not the pioneers. I don't think they had insurance.
Got it.
He said, keep in mind that this is the middle of the desert, so flash flooding is common, but there's no reason as to why this town should have kept flooding. Now, my mother, a person of direct Romani descent, had always warned me to not go there during the final minutes of sunlight. So what do me and my then girlfriend do? We go there during the final hours of sunlight.
Incredible.
The town is really only 4 buildings, 3 cabins and a schoolhouse. Now, the cabins are typically open, and you can walk through them. I don't know if I would want to enter one of those if they've been around since pioneer times.
I would walk in and fall through the floorboards.
Surely that wood is... Surely it's like movie set leftovers. There's no way that there's wood standing from the pioneer times.
After multiple floods?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't.
There are weirder things that have happened.
I've never been to the desert, so I don't know how well wood gets preserved there.
I mean, the only thing I could think is that it would probably not stay wet for very long.
Yeah.
So if it did get wet, it would probably then dry really quickly.
Yeah.
Which I think is how petrification happens.
Oh, yeah, maybe it is petrified.
So there is a good chance that it is just like petrified buildings.
Yeah. I mean, actual petrification happens because of, like, bacteria and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's possible. Okay,
Anyway, here's one.
I mean, the wood just could be straight up baked.
Yeah, literally.
Baked lumber is gonna, last longer, so. Okay, but the schoolhouse is always padlocked. This is important, he says in parentheses.
Got it.
So we are there, we are taking pictures of each other, being cute, and then it starts to rain lightly. In the funk, absolutely not. Get out. You know that multiple people have died here.
Literally.
Get out.
And I will say, again, having lived in Utah, flash floods happen so fast.
No, yeah.
I mean, I know they're called flash floods, but absolutely not.
No.
It starts to rain and I am booking it.
Get to higher ground.
Literally. Especially in the last moments of sunlight. Like, get the fuck out of there.
It's literally the start of the next moment. In the final moments of light, we are standing between one of the cabins and the schoolhouse.
Which is padlocked, which is important.
Then we hear the roar of water.
Absolutely fucking not.
Slightly panicked, we look around us with flashlights to make sure it isn't a flash flood, but there was nothing. We then hear what sounds like a baby wailing in the cabin in front of us.
Okay, that is a demon. That is a demon. Because, and I have said it once, and I will say it again, I grew up in Appalachia. That shit... They are trying to get you.
Porch babies.
Yes.
Yeah.
They are trying to get you. Mm-hmm. That is a demon.
Mm-hmm. No, you're right. You're 100% right. Okay. We get close when a whole swarm of bats come flying out of the cabin. Then the doors and shutters slam shut. Good night. Nuh-uh.
Yeah. No.
And then the cabin to our left, its doors and shutter slam shut. And when we turn around, the schoolhouse door is completely open.
Absolutely not.
We were dumb, but we weren't stupid, so we did not go into the schoolhouse.
Thank God. We would not know Brandon today.
We got into the car and left to go to the Grafton Cemetery.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
the
fine.
next logical progression of events. Yeah.
We chill out there for a second, then we go out to walk around the old cemetery to hunt for orbs. We snap pictures, no orbs. There's another woman there just walking among the graves. It's chill. At night,
Is
that's
it chill?
We didn't
Nah,
see...
that's my op. Like, I'm clocking that lady.
That's the demon she's followed you.
Literally. That or a skinwalker.
Ooh. We didn't see any other cars, but there were houses nearby, so we didn't think anything of it. After a while of finding no orbs in the photos, we just decided to look at the graves. We go to the other end of the graveyard, turn around, and that woman was no longer there. Nor was she anywhere in sight. It wasn't until we went back to the entrance that we noticed that our footprints were the only ones in the sand. So we go to the gravestone where the woman was standing, and it was the headstone of a baby. I just got goosebumps.
The same baby.
I just got goosebumps.
Yeah, literally.
We
I pee my pants.
We decided we had enough, and we drove an hour to the nearest Denny's. It was a silent trip.
What is it? The dichotomy of man.
Oh my god.
The cemetery and then the Denny's. I'm going to put that on a t-shirt.
Listen, my college town did not have a Denny's, but we did have a Huddle House. And I'm telling you that after every single Ouija board we did, we went to the Huddle House for a debrief.
No wonder those places are so cursed. It's teenagers like you.
It slaps after a spooky experience. I believe you, Brandon. That was the best course of action.
That's true. Hey, there's a Huddle House in this town. Yeah. So we, too, could go to a Huddle House.
You want to do a Ouija board? We need a third.
That's not the only thing we need a third for.
You are going to give our listeners the wrong impression. Don't forget my mother listens to... Now she knows us better.
She does. Honestly,
she's not
she
surprised.
does know us.
Okay,
Jesus Christ.
Well, thank you, Brandon, for that story. Good God.
I'm
I'm glad you're alive.
I have so many more questions, and I will be texting you as soon as this is over.
The idea of... Like, I told you my lake story.
Yeah.
And
you told everyone the lake story.
The unmistakable sound of the footsteps running through shallow water, right? Yeah. Being in the middle of the desert and hearing the unmistakable sound of rushing water.
Absolutely not.
Terrifying.
Could not be me.
Ugh.
Wow.
You ready to share your Utah experience?
Yeah. Not mine.
Oh, okay.
Someone very close to me.
Oh, okay. So this is another submission.
This is another submission. Also not an organic submission. I reached out to this person and I said, hey, can I tell this story? She said, absolutely, you can tell this story. Just don't use my name.
Hell
and
yeah.
I said, can do.
She's hiding from the other people in Utah.
I think she's hiding from the ghost. So, this is a story from my friend, Charlotte.
Okay.
So,
hi, Charlotte.
I did tell her that I was going to promptly send her this episode when it airs.
Charlotte, thank you for giving us permission to share your story.
Yes.
I can't wait to hear it.
So, the reason that my partner and I moved to Utah was for his job. Mm-hmm. He was working at the time at Tuacahn Amphitheater, so in St. George, Utah.
Okay.
Technically, the theater is in Ivins. We lived there for a year, and I never learned how to say it. It is an outdoor amphitheater. It's a very large, very beautiful outdoor amphitheater that is located in a canyon. I think it's Padre Canyon, if I remember correctly.
Isn't it like the biggest outdoor amphitheater?
I'm 95% sure. I think that's their claim to fame.
Bigger than Red Rocks,
It is bigger than Red Rocks, yeah. And I think only in terms of like seating. Like,
oh, okay.
You know. But it is very large. It has a very large facility. This story does not come from the amphitheater. This story comes from the Black Box.
Oh, there's a black box.
There is a black box. So there is an indoor theater as well. And
should we share what a black box is for the non-theater people?
Absolutely.
So a black box theater is an indoor theater that is typically a large room. There's no proper stage. Yeah. You just act on the floor of the room with seating, like typically, you know, like kind of like choir riser seating around for the audience. And it's a very intimate space. And the reason it's called a black box is because typically the entire room will be painted black. Yep. And that way it lends itself very easily to clean sets and experimental theater and things like that. But it's just a smaller space that is more intimate than a normal proscenium theater.
Correct. I think the black box only sat like maybe 100 people.
That's pretty big for a black box.
Well, and we call it a black box. Uh-huh. It was not your traditional black box. Like, it actually had seating.
Okay.
So it had traditional theater seating, but I think there were only like 6 rows. 6 or 7 rows.
Okay.
Like still small,
Yeah.
you know, very intimate.
Like I've been in black boxes that are only like 30 or 40 seats.
Yeah. So I mean it was a little bigger, but it was their black box theater. So the way that the black box worked, the way that the amphitheater worked, it was changeover every night. They would do several shows a week, but they would be different shows.
That is
It was
disgusting.
insane. Oh,
my God.
We did not stay very long.
I'm just imagining what the set.
Oh, it was very hard.
Good
Everything
Lord.
was stored on the outside of the amphitheater, like all year round.
But
Not
you just,
year round.
like you just straight up couldn't have any permanent scenery.
No.
For a show.
Nothing. Everything had to be able to move.
Why would you ever run a theater that way?
Because
I have questions.
Well, because it is a big tourist spot. I think they were trying to get the market of like people who were in town. There was an option for them, whether
That's
it was the kids show.
Still a nightmare.
Oh, I agree. As a theater person, hated it. My partner hated it. I'm very happily not there anymore.
Wild. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, nobody wants to hear us talk about theater.
So the way that the black box worked, it was just one show. You did it and then you were done.
One performance?
No. Like one
Okay.
show.
Yeah.
One title.
Yeah.
At least from my understanding. My partner only worked in the amphitheater, so I wasn't as familiar with the black box.
Okay.
Because the crews also didn't overlap. Not a whole lot, anyway. So my friend, Charlotte, was working on a production, and they were in the black box.
Okay.
Yes. Crew very small, cast very small.
Okay.
The show that they were doing had 6 characters.
Okay.
So
Pretty good for a black box show.
it was pretty good for a black box show. But they were, the point of saying that there was only 6 characters is because they all knew each other. I mean, you get to know each other when you do a show, but like when there's only 6 people, like you are
Everybody's
very well
at
aware.
every rehearsal.
Yes. They knew these people. She was working one night, and this was towards the end of the run. And so they were fixing things. Like, you know, props break, sets break, costumes need
Just doing
mended.
some maintenance.
General maintenance, yeah. After the show had collected all of their pieces and specifically remembered saying goodbye to everyone else. Cast, crew, they were a key holder at the time, so they could lock up the building. Like, truly was just my friend Charlotte.
Yeah.
Charlotte said that they were in towards the back because they had pretty much built like a second, I don't know how to explain it, not quite a cross through, but the show had a door. And so the back wall of the set, and then the door was a solid door, so they had started using it as a cross through, like for actors, but for crew as well.
So what that means is that actors backstage can walk technically on stage to the other side of backstage without being seen by the audience.
Correct. And
So
during
long
the
as-
show.
Yes, so long as that door is not open.
Correct. There were no windows, nothing. So that's very important. That is a very important detail. So Charlotte was working off, so stage left in the wing,
So
essentially.
they're backstage.
Yes. And Charlotte hears the door open.
Oh.
Not the building door, like the door on the set,
Yeah.
on stage.
Presumably, like, not even 20 feet away from them. in a
Literally,
black
not
box.
even. But Charlotte's back was towards the stage. So Charlotte didn't see anybody. She turned around. The door was open, like swinging open.
Oh.
And she was like, you know what? Door's open. You know?
This is a shitty set. This door sucks.
This door opens. I mean, we've all been there.
Yeah, no,
Like-
having hung many doors myself, yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just gotta give up.
Yeah.
Let it do what it need to do.
Doors on stages famously shitty.
Fickle, we'll call them.
Famously fickle, exactly. So she's like, you know what? Door's open. Cool. She turns back around, is continuing to work, like to mend, you know, maintenance, and the door shuts. And there is only technically one actor that enters, like,
So the door's not
during
used
the show.
often.
Not often, no. And it's actually Elvis. Because when the lights come up, everyone else is already like on stage. You know, it's one of those. And then this
Yeah.
character enters.
Okay.
So it's not used often. No, it's the door shuts. And it's like a very, like, Charlotte described it as a very forceful shut. Not quite a slam, but like a very firm, like, shut the door.
Like, it clicks. It didn't just swing.
Yes. At this point, Charlotte goes, I was fearing for my life.
Yeah.
I am going to turn around and it's time for me to go home. She said, I will
It's a
come in
sign.
early. Literally. She was like, I'll come in early. I'll finish everything before the show call. We'll be fine. which a thing she can do, you know.
Yeah.
She says she turns around and sees a figure
No.
standing on stage at kind of the front, like what I would call the apron.
Mm-hmm.
And this person, this figure, standing stick straight, takes a bow, but like...
I just got goosebumps. Oh my God.
like at a right angle.
Oh,
like,
no.
Like, not about, like, literally, like...
Just bent at the waist.
Yes. Yes.
Ugh.
And then...
And, like, arms just, like, at the sides?
Straight down.
Ugh.
And then disappears.
Ugh. Charlotte, no.
Oh, yeah.
Did it have clothing, or was it, like, a shadow figure?
It was like a shadow figure.
Ugh.
But it was like a shadow figure that you were very clear was, like, what I would call a human body.
Defined shadow figure.
A defined shadow figure, yes.
Ugh.
Yes.
Okay, cool. I would promptly quit my job. Nope. I've never seen anything like that. I don't ever want to see anything like that.
Yeah. And this story is one of the reasons that I'm like, I will not be working in a black box on my own. That one's the buddy system. Like, will not be by myself.
You make a good argument.
Right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And me looking at you, someone who is famously alone in theaters.
Leave me alone.
Famously.
I've got shit to do.
Sets to paint.
There's not enough time, not enough help.
Yeah, so she promptly got the fuck out.
God, I hope she was on the side that had the exit and didn't have to like cross the stage.
Could you imagine? I would be like,
no, I would simply
pass away.
Yeah, no, I
would go back through the crossover. I would not walk onto that stage.
No, I would not go behind the cross.
Well, if you had to.
No, because that's where the ghost came from. It came through the door.
Yeah, but it evaporated on the front of the stage.
But you don't know if it's like one of those looping things. Maybe it's like
Could you
gonna
imagine
appear...
she left and the door just opened again? Mm-hmm. Like, nope.
It's like on a loop.
Nope. Absolutely not. Spooky.
I wonder if anybody, like, I wonder if surely, like, you would know if somebody had died because, like, the black box is not that old, right?
Yeah, I don't know. Actually.
Like, I think the amphitheater is pretty old, but I would presume that the building the black box is in is not as old.
Let me see.
But I wonder if it wasn't somebody who had died elsewhere but had, like, a positive connection to a show that they did there. You know, like, came back to, like, relive a happy moment.
Yeah.
Even though, like, I don't want to call that a happy moment because the idea of, like, a perfect right angle bend at the waist bow is disgusting.
So actually, I was wrong. It seats 328 people.
Oh
in
my
the black
God.
box.
Like, that's more people than the proscenium theater that we sometimes work in.
Correct,
seats.
yeah. But it is called the black box.
This sounds like it's an actual full theater and they're just being pretentious to be like...
It kind of was.
Well, it's nothing compared to the amphitheater, so this is our little black box.
Not. Well, to give you some context, the facility itself was completed in 1995, and it includes a 1,920 seat outdoor amphitheater. And that
so the amphitheater is also not old.
No, they're from what I understand, both 1995. But I'm looking. Oh, I'm sorry, 428 seats
Jesus
from
Christ.
the website itself.
That's a full theater.
Yep.
I refuse to call that a black box.
That is what they call it.
To our listeners at home who don't know anything about theater, that's not a black box.
Nope.
That's not an intimate setting of a single room with no proper stage.
Oh, I'm sorry. It does, in fact, have a proper stage and a costume shop.
Okay, so fully just not a black box.
No, it's just a smaller theater, but they are calling it the black box.
Mm-hmm. I gave a definition for nothing.
I don't think anyone has died. So there are no widely reported incidents of death at the amphitheater or the theater.
Okay. So either possibly a residual haunting or somebody who died and is just like, let me relive the glory days in this moment of quiet.
Yeah, I actually think it's the guy from Curtains, the musical. He was like, I want to be on the stage.
Wait.
Shout out.
The producer, or are you talking about Lieutenant Chaffee?
Lieutenant Chaffee.
Oh my God. David Hyde Pierce is haunting this theater.
Shout out to
in
David
Utah.
Hyde Pierce. A sweet man, by the way.
Who's not dead.
Who's not dead, in fact. No, I'm not saying
the ghost.
It's actually Lieutenant Chaffee.
Oh my God.
Incredible. And on that note, if you like what you hear,
If you want more of whatever this is,
feel free to follow us on all of our social medias. And please submit your ghost stories either via our email, egagspodcast@gmail.com, or directly on our website at egagspodcast.com.
Mm-hmm. And I know we also make a point of saying, let us know what state your story happened in, but we do accept international stories.
Correct.
We can totally have international episodes. Don't let that stop you.
Absolutely. Exciting.
All right.
Well, until next time, I'm Caroline.
And I'm Jordan.
And everybody's got a ghost story.
What's yours?